Make his life easy from Kira Lowton. Stay on the path of progress, boys. Let's get into it.
You want to hear something ironic?
Yes.
Men live much more difficult lives than women, right? Women live a little easier, have an easier route. But men are the ones who create that easy route for women. Men are the reason we're able to live. So how does a woman make a man's life easier? That's the question. That's the discussion. Let's talk about it. Catering to a man starts with acknowledging his hard work. Acknowledge what he does for you and for himself. Because let me remind you, growing up as a man is a choice. You could be a 40-year-old boy. You could literally be so immature. You can choose to not grow up as a man because your hormones, they're not like women's hormones. Women, once we get our period, we're women, okay? That's why they say we grow up faster, right? A man can be a little boy still. So choosing to work hard is a choice. That is a choice as a man.
Yeah, that's true. I've said it before. Women just are, men are built. So basically by default, men are going to have the more difficult life. You can have an 18-year-old bimbo woman who's slightly attractive, who can potentially get with a millionaire and have an easy life. But if you're an 18-year-old bimbo as a dude, no one's coming to save you. No one.
So acknowledging that, it makes his life a little easier. You know, he's able to feel recognized. He's able to have an end goal, something to be proud of, something to motivate him, you know? Men have harder lives. Not all by choice, but a man chooses to be a man. And if your man is choosing to be a man, choosing to be hardworking, disciplined, you know, have goals in life, acknowledge that. Acknowledge that. Just like how a man acknowledges how beautiful you are, acknowledge his hard work. That is the simplest way to make a man's life easier. Acknowledgement. Acknowledgements. You know, he needs an applause every so often, a pat on the back, something. Say something to him. It doesn't have to always be physical. It doesn't have to be, you know, through love. It could be through friendship as well. Just acknowledge it. Acknowledge any man that works hard, because his life is not easy choosing to work hard. It's not.
She's really just talking about basic gratitude. That's it. And for me, this is one of the biggest green flags that you can have with your woman is just, is she grateful to have you? Just that simple thing. Is she grateful for what you provide to her? Is she grateful for your hard work? Is she grateful for the tiny things you might do for her? The fact that you might pull her a little bit to the side so she's not too close to the road. Those little protective things like that. If a woman is not grateful for what she has, she's almost destined to look for something else. It's the opposite of the grass is always greener mentality. The grass is green where you water it.
Making your life easier, choosing to work hard. Choosing to be a man, he's making your life easier. Because you don't have to choose to be a man. You don't have to choose to work hard. You're a woman. It is 1000% in your hands as a woman. But the thing is, we are not as consistent as men. Why don't we give them that fruit? Why don't we give men the fruit of being consistent? That is the most acquired trait that you can have as a person, is to be consistent and disciplined and do it every day and show up. That's what men do best. They show up. They are consistent. Women, we're not as consistent. Be honest with yourself. Come on. You're not as consistent as a man. You're never going to be, because a man and a woman are different. We're different. And that's beautiful. It's okay. It's okay to not be like a man. Just like how it's okay for a man not to be like a woman. But let's not talk about that. We're talking about catering to a man, right? We're talking about how to make a man's life easier. Another thing that makes a man's life easier is for him not to stress about the dumb crap. You know, he's got everything else handled. You know, he's got the main majority. He's got the bills paid. He's got everything situated. But for him to come home and have him stress about what he's going to eat for dinner. Girl, You don't have to learn how to be a chef, but you can learn how to cook for your man a little bit, okay?
A lot of
You
it.
can learn to cater to what he wants. You know, he might not want a full-fledged dinner, but he wants a dinner. He wants something to come home to. He doesn't want to stress about that. If he is stressed at work, okay, and he's doing what he has to do, he's working hard. As a woman, he's making your life easier, even if you have a job too. You know, women, we are made to do all these things at once. We are made to think so retrospect that we can come home from work and make dinner, okay? You can come home from work and make dinner for your man, or you know, like you can do that. There's nothing wrong with that. You're not this housewife. If you don't want to be a housewife, so be it. But if you want to make your man's life easier, make him dinner. Make him dinner, make him food, make him breakfast, lunch, dinner.
If you want to talk about the bare minimum, that is the bare minimum right there. If you're with a dude and he is paying for everything, you have a traditional relationship, you as the woman don't have to worry about anything else, that is the least you can do. He's out working all day and you're telling me he has to come home with an empty stomach? Huh? This is what I tell my girl. I deal with the outside world, she deals with the inside world. And truly, she does so many teeny tiny things for me that it ends up being one big thing. So we're traveling the world right now. I was just in Slovenia and we got this new house we're staying in. And she does all the cooking, all the cleaning, everything that has to do with the inside world. It's her job. I didn't learn where the silverware was for 2 months in. That's how good of a job she does. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about, where it's the teeny tiny things like that. I don't have to worry about running out of paper towels, toothpaste, don't have to worry about dirty clothes. There are so many tiny things like that. And a good woman should want to do these things for you, if you're doing your job as a man as well.
Surprise him. You know, even like buying him lunch, buying him dinner, doing things that are not plans, you know, surprise him. If you plan it out, he won't want you to do it. Okay, that is the beauty of men. Men love to provide. Men love to be the provider. So if you give him the idea, oh babe, I want to take you out somewhere, he probably will say no, because that's emasculating. If you want to do all of that for him, not out of surprise, and you want to tell him before you do it. Don't tell a man what you're gonna do before you do it. That's a big mistake. That is a huge mistake. Huge. Just do it. Just surprise him. Don't create this anticipation for him, because then he'll have expectations on you. And then what? You don't meet the expectations and he gets mad at you? What? Don't create the anticipation. Just do it. Just cater to him. Just make him dinner. Surprise him one day. Surprise him with lunch one day. Wake up earlier than him. Make him breakfast. Make a man's life easier. Cater. Just cater. Care and cater.
This should be every day.
Same thing,
If you're in a
right?
traditional relationship,
Care about your man.
stay-at-home girlfriend,
Why do you not
it should
care?
be every day.
Do you think you're just born in this world and everything's just easy? No. Men show up to make it easier for you. Men show up to create the easy route for women. So why can't you just make his life a little easier by swallowing your little pride? Because women don't have big pride. We have little pride. They have little pride. Because we can still do the things we don't want to do. You can do it. It's just, are you gonna let the pride get to you? Or are you gonna let yourself be like, I'm not his mom, blah, blah, blah. Girl, just make his life easier. Like, there's no need to put any labels on it. Just make his life easier. Making him food. Even doing cute things, you know, surprise him with things. Surprise him with yourself. You know, let him know he's working for something. You don't have to be all up on him. You know, you can, you know, out of love. But I'm just saying, men are simple, okay? And it starts with acknowledgement. It starts with acknowledging a man's hard work. That's where it starts. Catering to a man is not that hard, because men appreciate the hell out of it. They appreciate the hell out of the littlest of things. And that's beautiful. I love that. You know, it makes it easier for the woman. Because guess what? Men make it easy for you. They make it easy for us. They make it easy for us to be nice to them. They make it easy for us to even think of things for them because they're so simple.
It is so shocking today that women have issues in relationships when men are some of the most simple creatures to possibly please. If I can sum it up in the most simple way possible, full stomach, empty balls. That is it. That is literally all. And isn't it just wild? The things she's mentioned so far are so simple. So simple. She's basically saying, okay, well, don't be mean. Be pleasant to be around. If he is working all day, he might be hungry. How about you get him some food? That's all she said so far. And it's like, yeah, oh yeah. And most dudes would be like, oh yeah, that's a great deal. Yeah, I'll lock that down right now.
They want peace too. You know, men want peace.
Peace is a huge
I want peace. At the end of the day, a man doesn't want to come home to an argument. He wants to come home to peace. A nice dinner and peace. Because he was just in the middle of the world who is against him. The world is not against women. The world loves women. The world markets off women. Every single advertisement has a woman in it. Any clickbait thumbnail has a woman in it. Because it attracts. It is what the world wants. The world makes it easy for women. The world makes it so difficult for men. He comes home from work, he just wants to freaking relax. So give him something to relax with. Give him some dinner, you know. Just do something nice for your man. Acknowledge him. Because that would make his life so much easier. And it would make your life easier.
Foot massage, back
the easier
massage.
You make your man's
easy
life,
stuff.
The easier and easier and easier you'll make your life.
Correct.
And then at that point, you're both flourishing. You're both happy. You're both able to bounce off each other's energy. And it's not like there's no leech. There's no leech. A woman should never be a leech to her man. You should be providing things that he can't provide for himself. You know? Just little things that make him happy.
This is another thing I tell my girl is imagine me as a sword. A sword's job is to go to battle. It's to go to war. It's to get all bloody, chipped and rusted, doing the work day in, day out. Her job is just to maintain the sword, and she never has to go to war. That's it. She gets to stay home, do all of her nice feminine things, take care of herself. Like this one looks like she just got out of the shower, okay? Stuff like that, making sure she's pretty. And that's really another big part of it, is that your job as a man is to provide her a space where her femininity can thrive, where you just give them a spot for them to be a woman. That's kind of it. And if she is a good woman, she will be doing a lot of this stuff by default. She'll be wanting to take care of you. She's probably not an American woman though. Let's just keep it real. You'll find a lot more good ones abroad. Eastern Europe, Philippines, Thailand, you know, all the stuff we talk about, all the traditional countries.
Provide him with acknowledgement. You know, that's the first simple step. So, yeah, that was a pretty, that was an ironic little investigation I had there of how women, we have easy lives, and that's because of men. So why not make men's lives easier? Because it's a compound effect, honestly.
And this is all basic things. But to most men's ears, especially in the West, like if you're an American dude watching this, you're like, oh my God, this is music to my ears. I've never heard a woman speak like this before. I can't believe women can be nice and kind and pleasant. So just reading these comments, look at this. We need more women like you. Well said. God, protect this woman at all costs. This is the type of woman that every man wants. So difficult to find women like her with such a clear mind. Very wise words. Modern women need to hear this. This girl is a beauty, I acknowledge. All right, Mr. Anime Profile. I'd protect a woman like this. Bravo! She hasn't even done anything for them, and you have dudes bowing down, simping already, just right off the bat. Boom, boom, boom. The power of a truly feminine woman that exudes feminine qualities. To find that in the West is basically impossible. And that's the thing. Everything stems from you as a man, okay? You are the leader. You are the masculine protector. You put her in her place. You tell her what to do. If your woman doesn't act like this, you have to hold yourself accountable at the end of the day. And you have to have the attitude of, it's either my way or the highway. You either accept these rules or you're not going to be with me. That's it. You don't have to be an asshole about this. You just tell her like it is. You just be straight up with what you want. That's it for today's video. Stay on the path of progress, boys. Like the video, subscribe. We'll see you later.